Okay, boxing fans, this prediction is John McDermott versus Matt Skelton. Now this is going to be a good fight actually, I think. I've been thinking about it quite a bit. The first thing I thought was that's not a good fight. Secondly, I thought actually it's a lot better than you think. First we start with John McDermott. He has 27 wins, 18 of which by way of knockout, to 8 defeats, 4 of which by way of knockout. Matt Skelton is 28 wins, 23 of which by way of knockout, to 7 losses, 4 of which by way of knockout. Same amount of fights. Right, one of them has just lost one more time than the other. This is a rematch for the English title. The first fight these two had was won by Skelton in a round 1 knockout. You know, McDermott has never been blown out the water like that. He's never been shown up like that until just recently when he was beaten by David Price. This fight was supposed to be with Dylan White. Unfortunately, he's preoccupied protesting his positive test, which happened more than 5 or 6 months ago now, and was for a non-anabolic compound. So, unlucky Dylan. I hope everything turns out fine for you. You should be fighting this fight. Now, there's a real chance this could be a real good match. A real little brawl. Looking at the advantages, I'm going to start with the experience, The experience goes with Skelton. He has been all the way to the top of the tree from the bottom. He started, old in boxing in his 30s. He then went all the way up from domestic level to European level and even fought for a world title. So he is quite decent. People look at his record and think, oh, Matt Skelton, shit. Well, obviously not, because he fought for a world title. It shows you just how far the average bit of skill can go with 110% determination and heart. He can go quite far. Looking at McDermott, like I said, he's never been past domestic level really. He's always found himself kept at the domestic level, sometimes by the judges and referees, to his detriment, unfortunately for him. Looking at the power, Skelton has slightly better power. He always comes to fight. He gives 110% each fight, and he's very good at getting on the inside of fighters and letting his shots off. But you could say the same thing for John McDermott. He's got quite a similar style. He likes to meet his opponents head on and roughs them up and likes to land good shots. He's been on the end of some terrible decisions and doesn't like to leave it to the judges, to do him over. So he always goes out for the knockout. He dropped his last opponent anyway, 3 times before the fight was stopped, showing he does have power, killer instinct, and can pick his shots. Next, looking at the chin and the heart. Both guys, like I said, have been stopped early by David Price. Skelton probably did the better job. He has the better chin. He took some good shots from Price, straight down the middle to the face, and suggested he wasn't too bothered by them. And then he got took out to the body, unfortunately for him. So, in 2 rounds. So, maybe you could say Matt Skelton is better in the chin department, but much weaker in the body department at his old age. If you look at McDermott, he's got 2 big knockout losses against him more recently. One against Tyson Fury, after he probably beat Fury, to be honest, gave Fury a bit of spanking, and in the rematch they were both exhausted. Fury let off a good combination, dropped McDermott. McDermott got up, and then Fury finished him off, luckily for Fury, because they were both totally exhausted in that fight. The second one was McDermott getting blasted out in less than a round by David Price, dropped 3 times, I think. He was just, I don't know what happened in that fight for him, to be honest. I'm not going to make any excuses for McDermott. So, the question is, what's going to go first? The body of Skelton or the chin of McDermott? I'm not too sure yet. The stamina, if you look at the stamina next, neither guy is, built for a long distance fight. Skelton, being of an older age, suggests he won't be able to fight in the top gear for as long in the fight as McDermott. But then again, if you look at McDermott and you look at his body, he sort of suggests that he won't be able to fight at the top gear for that long either. And he has shown stamina issues in the past. Both guys are built for short bursts of power. They're not built for long distance fighting. If the fight goes past 8 rounds, it could be anyone's fight. However, I'm going to tell you my prediction. My prediction is I expect John McDermott to get his revenge and stop Matt Skelton to the body.